Hello, this is Jack Yeager, and as promised, I wanted to show you guys how to find information to get the market value of your firms on Yahoo Finance. As you'll see, I'm in Google Chrome again. That's just the one I use, but we can certainly go through here and do this. Yahoo Finance, and you can put in Yahoo Finance, and it'll take you right to it pretty much. Some of you already know that. That's fine. Once you get to Yahoo Finance, there's a search bar at the top, and you can put in whatever you want. You can put in the company, so I'm going to put in Disney. And you'll see that when I put that in, it gives me a drop-down list trying to figure out what we're talking about here. You can see there's some other Walt Disney Company listed stocks, so on the Paris Exchange, Frankfurt, Mexico, all of that. I don't really care about those. I'm looking for the Walt Disney Company on the New York Stock Exchange, so that's what I'm going to go for. Okay. When you click on that, the first thing it's going to do is bring up a whole bunch of information.
Why stay with slow phone company internet?
Let's just kill that for a second. There we go. Sorry. You get some of that stuff too. It's going to bring you up a whole bunch of like charts and stuff about what's going on with the stock price right now. And you can certainly see the stock price. And you can see this thing called market cap. And as we said before, market cap is the sort of solved value, if you will, of if I take the stock price times how many shares outstanding, I should get a value that's pretty close to this. And they're now showing it at, as of right now, 170.89 billion. So oddly enough, it's actually gone up by, their market cap has gone up by hundreds of millions of dollars just today while I've been working on this stuff. And because they have so many shares outstanding, you'll see why that is. But basically the challenge is, so where do I find the shares outstanding? It doesn't really show up on here. Well, if I click on statistics and go down and look at what are called share statistics down here, there's an entry called shares outstanding. And that's where the $1.59 billion, 1.59 billion shares come from. And of course, if I were to take that and multiply it by this amount, then I should get the market cap that they have. That's 170.89 billion. So part of the reason why this thing has changed by so much value is, when I looked at it this morning, it was right at $107. It's added about 38 cents. I think it's probably more like 35 cents. I don't know, but let's call it a third of a dollar. But it's done that on 1.5 billion shares. And so if I have 1.5 billion shares and I get a third of a dollar on each of those, that's $500 million. So the company's gone up in value by $500 million from a market cap standpoint, just since I've been looking at this today. Not bad. Anyway, that's all there is to it. In the future, we will be looking at a number of other pieces of information for companies, financial ratios, and so forth. And so it's worthwhile pointing out that some of that information, some of those ratios, are also available on Yahoo Finance. There's some financials. So they could give you sort of income statement, cash flow, balance sheet, annual and quarterly stuff. For whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be loading the values right now. Don't know why, but who knows. Anyway, let's see. Historical data would be like historical stock prices if you wanted to do that kind of analysis. This is information basically on how many analysts are tracking the company and what they have basically put out as their valuations. And so if you want to know what the analysts think would happen in terms of earnings for the next quarter, I guess, or for the current quarter per share, you could see that. If you want to know what the earnings history has been, you'd see that. So kinds of things that stock analysts care about. Again, there's some other statistics that you might be able to find by kind of plodding around on here as well. All of those statistics you could also just calculate by getting the financial statements. But once again, all that sort of cart before the horse. Just wanted to let you see how it is that I got that information. Hopefully that helps. Thanks.